Hello, hello, everyone. Welcome to the KimUnity Soulutions Podcast, where we create conversations that empower and inspire all those in the workplace and educational spaces to improve their relationships and environments. How do we do that? We do that by sharing real experiences that unravel challenges and produce unifying solutions. Welcome, welcome. I am your host, Kim the SME. I am so glad to be back with you again this week. Today's topic is something that I always struggle with. It's something that I always have to remind myself. There's a saying, and there's a podcast out there or a show that's called It Is What It Is. But really, it is what it is until you change it. You have the power to change it. So I just wanted to speak to myself as well as encourage and empower you all that we have the power to change it. Whatever it is we're going through, we have the power to change it. So let's get into it. I really want to know, what are you waiting on? Or what are you waiting for? Are you even waiting? Sometimes we can get to a point where we stop waiting in totality. We just don't even expect it. We are no longer in the expectation mindset, in the growth mindset. And that is a terrible place to be at when you've just given up. And so today I just want to come out and just tell you all that you have the power to change it. It's not good enough to just accept your current state, your current mind state, your current situation, whether it's your housing situation or your employment situation or your relationships or your health or your finances or you worrying about your children. Is not the best state. No, it's not good enough. It's not good enough to just accept it is what it is. We're not giving up. You have a choice. You have to make up your mind that you want change and that you believe your situation can be changed. What exactly have you accepted? When it comes to the workplace, I've been in those positions. I've been where you may be right now, where you feel like you're in a dead-end job or there's no room for promotion, or you're dealing with a manager who is not listening, who has maybe no moral compass, who doesn't resolve problems, who gives unfair evaluations. I mean, I have experienced it all. And so I just want to come on here and tell you that if you are dealing with this in your workplace, if you fear that you don't have what it takes for the promotion or the pay raise, or you're not getting what is fair to you, you are not stuck. You have options. And the first thing to do is to believe that you do. But the workplace isn't the only option that we feel stuck in. You may feel stuck that you don't have home ownership yet. You really want to buy a house. You are tired of renting. Or maybe you've gotten laid off and your bills are piling up and you don't know what to do. That's not the last stance. That's not your final destination. I am here to tell you that there's something out there for you. It may be regarding your education. Maybe you're about to graduate high school and you don't know what you're going to major in college. You don't know how to get into college. You don't know what your next step is. Well, guess what? We all can dream, but we never know what we're going to end up at. We never know what lies ahead. But once we start taking those small steps to get there, then we will see it all gets revealed slowly. But the first step is taking action. So many people are struggling right now. And it's not always in the same area. Some people just want peace. They're tired of the drama. They just want to be left alone. Some people are fighting health battles. They're trying to lose weight. Or they've received a terrible diagnosis. Maybe it's time for a vacation, but you can't afford it. Summertime's coming and it looks like you're going to be stuck in the house, or you don't have enough PTO. You don't have any vacation time saved. You're busy taking care of your family. You've used up all your I've been there when I have saved up all of this PTO or vacation time only for the purpose of taking care of family, making sure I have those days available for when my children happen to get sick. Never having that break. Everyone needs that mental break, that time away to regroup, to recalibrate. Everyone needs that. And when you don't take that break, everything is just tense around you. I've been there. I understand it. But again, I am here to tell you that it is what it is until you change it. We have to change our mindset. We have to change the lens that we are looking through. And I know it's hard when you're in that rut to do that, but you have to make up your mind to do so. I can recall a time when this is before the pandemic and someone I know lost their job and they were just devastated. We had no idea the pandemic was coming, but they were devastated. They ended up getting a job maybe 4 or 5 months later. And so they had to catch up on all the bills and all the finances and, get back some balance in their life. And then the pandemic came. And what they had to realize was that when they looked back in hindsight, they were saved. That layoff was their savior. It saved them. Because guess what? When the pandemic happened, that job that they got let go of, everyone was let go then. It was non-existent. So sometimes our experiences that seem detrimental at the moment is really preparation. It's really purposeful for something that you have no idea of what lies ahead. That was grace, because now the position that they're in, they were able to work through the pandemic and beyond. So just because it feels like a loss at the moment, it may be a gain. So again, we have to change our lens. We have to change our mindset, our perspective. That's how we get through it. We have to get rid of the doom and gloom. Yes, it will happen. We are all human. But we have to acknowledge it and then make the change. You have to make the change. I've had to make the change. You're not stuck. The only thing that's stuck is your mindset. And so again, just like how I started this episode, I'm telling you that this is something that I have to remind myself, and whatever goals I'm trying to achieve or whatever is happening on a day-to-day basis, sometimes I get stuck in the details. Sometimes I get stuck weighing my options. It is what it is because I haven't made any changes yet. I haven't went out into the world and handled what I need to handle yet because I'm still in my mind. I'm still working it out here when I need to be working it out, making movement with my feet, getting out into the world, building those relationships, seeing what blessings are out there that's waiting on me to stumble across it. I just posted a video of some peacocks. I was riding around a neighborhood and all of a sudden, like 5 or 6 peacocks were just in the middle of the street. And that got me to thinking, like, this is exactly how blessings happen. They're unexpected. You are out and about and all of a sudden you meet somebody who is in alignment with you or has what you've been looking for or is a resource, or you find money on the ground. I took my kids to a concert and I found $100 bill on the ground. Like, you never know. You have to get out there. You never know what's waiting on you. Get out of your head, get out of your bed, get out. Get out. Get unstuck. You can find your way. There's something out there waiting for you. There's something out there looking for you. You think that you're looking for something, but someone or something is looking for you. They're waiting on you to get there. And that's what I have to keep reminding myself. And that's what I want you to keep thinking about as well. But the first thing we have to do to get out of a rut, to quit thinking that it is what it is we have to recognize our current state. We have to acknowledge it, and we have to accept and recognize the truth of our current situation. Yes, you may be at a job that you're unhappy at. Why are you unhappy? What are you doing there? How did you get there? What did you put on your resume? What did you put on that application? Were you truthful on that? Were you all the way truthful? Or did you see something that you didn't like or you didn't want to do and you still said, yes, that's me? Did you say that you work well in a team environment when really you don't? Did you say that you don't need remote hours, but you do? Sometimes we put ourselves in these positions and then we have to reap those repercussions until we get out of that rut. We have to pay for those mistakes and those decisions that we've made. I've done it myself. It's not exactly a lie. I can work well with others, but I prefer to have my own task and to get it done. I am a straight shooter. I'm very respectful, but I'm also very direct. Everyone doesn't like that. So these are things that you have to make sure that you are upfront about so that you're not caught up in these positions to where you're unhappy. At least for the onset, like at the very beginning, you want to make sure that you are a great fit for them, not just that they are a great fit. I take that back. You want to make sure that they are a great fit for you, not just that you are a great fit for them. Sometimes we find ourselves catering our resume and our application to what they're looking for instead of what we're looking for. Have you done that? Have you caught yourself doing that? There's no way for you to get what you want if you are not upfront, because no one knows what you want. Have you ever had a micromanager? Do you enjoy it, or is that you? Some people need to be covered or have full management attention. Others don't. And there are companies and departments and management that don't have time to babysit. They don't have time to look over your shoulder. They want to be able to give you SOPs, the standard operating procedures, and for you to follow it and get the job done. So by you accepting positions that tolerate that, you are missing out on what's for you. So number one, we have to recognize and acknowledge our current circumstance, even in our personal lives. What decision did you make to get there? Or maybe it wasn't a decision that you made. If that's the case, there is something in that it is teaching you. Sometimes we are put in positions that build us, that gives us the tools we're going to need later. Use that to your advantage. And so when I say change your lens, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Don't be upset because you're in that position. Use that to your advantage. Okay, what can I learn from it? What can I do in this downtime? What can I do in this season? This is not what I had planned. Maybe it was not in your control, but okay, what can I do about it? How can I be productive? How can I make the most of this situation? You could have been laid off because this is giving you time to spend with a family member that may not be here later. While you're over here dreading and sulking, spend that quality time. There are people in the workplace who would love to be off of work right now. Maybe building their skills, maybe taking an online course, or working on their communication, or baking that cake that you said you wanted to be a baker. And now you have all the flour and the sugar and the butter that you need to make these cakes. Now is your time. That's why you are where you are. What we have to realize is that just because it's uncomfortable doesn't mean it's unplanned. Doesn't mean it's for our detriment. We have to change our lens. We have to look at it from a different angle. Sometimes our perspective is just straight like this, straightforward. We have to turn that thing upside down and around and see, okay, what is my purpose? What am I here for? How can I make the most of it? Who can I help? What can I learn? It is what it is until you change it. So the first thing is understanding the circumstance, recognizing why you are there, because you're going to do a deep dive. The second is knowing that the current situation is not final. It's not final. It's not the end. That is part of the process. You are gaining those tools. You are gaining those relationships. You're gaining that knowledge. You're getting more sleep that you had lost out on previously. You have time now to walk, get outside, get some exercise in if you're dealing with health issues. Use this time. Use it for your benefit. So now the next thing I would say, okay, now that we've changed our mindset, now that we understand, okay, there may be a good reason why I am where I am, even though it's uncomfortable. The second is knowing that where I'm at is not final. The next is, okay, where do I want to be? It's time to set some goals. While you are where you are, set some goals. Okay, I'm not happy here. What can I do to get me out of this faster? If you're in the workplace, okay, what skills can I make? Or what skills can I build? What responsibilities can I learn while I'm here? What can I take on to learn so that I can apply it somewhere else? Who can I meet with here to build that rapport and the relationships and see if they have openings on their team or whatever the endeavor they have for their future? What are you doing in the meantime? Okay, well, I don't have enough money right now to get all of these groceries. Okay, get the basics and maybe get some fruits and vegetables. This may be time to get your health in order. And of course, I'm just speaking from my experience. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you things to think of. This may be your season to fast, to get clarity, to wean yourself off of the sweets, to stop bad habits. Are you still smoking? Maybe you've been in a bad marriage and now this is your solitude time. This is time for you to learn who you are and to learn what you like and to not have to cater for someone else. Or maybe you are looking for a partner. Maybe you are tired of being lonely. Okay, well, start acting like your partner is on the way. Start leaving space in the closet. Prepare for that. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Prepare for it. Before I became a homeowner, I wrote down everything that I wanted. I didn't have the money yet. I didn't know where I was going to be. I didn't know if I was going to be relocating or staying where I was, but I started writing down exactly what I wanted. How many stories did I want? How many bedrooms? How many bathrooms? What do I want my backyard to look like? What do I want my neighborhood to look like? Do I want to be in a cul-de-sac? Do I want to be on a busy street? Do I want to be in the heart of the city, in the suburbs? What did I want? What did I want my garage to look like? Do I want my master bedroom? I know there's another word for it now, but do I want my bedroom upstairs or downstairs? What amenities do I want? What are must-haves? And so you start creating this vision. This is what you can be doing in your downtime. Okay, I messed up here. This is a mistake that I will not make. Next time I'm going to do this. Here's something in my resume. Okay, I'm going to scratch this out and I'm going to change it. Create what you want. Set those goals. Because we have the power. We have the power. Make sure in that goal setting, you are creating steps to get there. And this is what I have to remind myself of because I see far out in the distance. I know exactly what I want way out there. I can see it. But when it comes down to taking those small steps, it's a challenge for me. I know where I want to get, but am I making those small steps? I might make 2 today and then 0 tomorrow. No, Kim, you have to be consistent. If that's where you're trying to go, if you're not taking, look, Bobby Brown said, every little step I take, okay, I need to take those steps. You need to take those steps. We all need to take those steps. We are all trying to get somewhere. And sometimes it's out of our power to physically do something to get there. Physically. But what we can change is our faith and our mindset. Do you believe that you can get there? Do you believe that your circumstance can change? Yes. Yes, it can change. It will change. I'm expecting it to change. Just like I saw those peacocks in the neighborhood just out of the blue. And they were beautiful. And I don't know what conversation I was having in the car at that moment, but it changed. I'm not saying it was a negative one, but it was like, oh, look. It's something that just catches you off guard and just makes you smile. It makes you laugh and brings joy back into you. What are you doing to bring joy back into your life? What are you doing? Change your mindset. Acknowledge where you went wrong. Acknowledge the decisions that you made to get where you are. Realize that you don't have to stay there. Look beyond where you are and set goals to get there. Make a plan by taking small steps. And then it comes down to action planning. Okay, now you know what steps you have to take, but do you have what it takes to take those steps? If you want to be a public speaker, okay, do you have what it takes? When's the last time you've upgraded your skills? Do you need to take a Toastmasters class or a Next Level Speakers Academy class? Do you need to get back into school? Do you need to watch some more YouTube videos? What is it that you need to do to get you to where you want to be? We all have the same amount of hours in the day. It's about how we use it. And if you're like me, sometimes you can get stuck in your head, but you got to let it go and actually take steps. We're breaking these cycles. We're breaking these curses. We are breaking these excuses. It's time to move. It is time to move. The last stage is perseverance, because it's not going to be easy. There's going to be bumps in the road. There's going to be rocks. You're going to stump your toe. There's going to be challenges along the way. Please know that. Please understand that. But don't you dare turn around. Don't turn around. I had a previous episode called "You're Not Struggling, You're Persevering." And what I realized is that when we hear the word persevere, we always think about the outcome, like they won, they made it, they accomplished it, they got it. But really, perseverance is about the process that it took for you to get there. It's not the final step. It's the pain and the trials and the triumphs along the way. It's you falling and getting back up. That is the perseverance. That's the resilience. It's going to take that. It's going to take that. I hope this message today has empowered you, has inspired you, had you really looking at your current situation to realize it can get better, it will get better. And I am going to make some changes in order for that improvement to come. It starts with mindset, and it starts with accepting it, accepting where you are now. It's okay. It will be even better. We have the power. We have the power. We have the power. Increase your faith. Change your mindset. Change your lens. Change what you are speaking out, because that is energy. Watch your mouth. Be careful of what you're putting out into the atmosphere. So I even realize that when I say certain things, it changes something on the inside, whether positive or negative. For instance, I used to say I'm an introvert. And then when I would say it, even when I say it now, it makes me feel less than. It makes me feel like I'm making an excuse for something. So I no longer say it. I'm Kim. And that's all I have to say. I don't have to describe it into anything, because you see, Once you start putting titles on things, you start putting out perceptions and feelings. And I just feel that there's certain things that we say about ourselves that makes us feel different. In a negative way, we need to change that. So yes, change our mindset and what we are speaking. And change our heart. Be thankful. Be thankful. Be mindful of how you are treating other people. Be mindful of how you are treating other people. Because you just don't know who's there to bless you. You just don't know what test there is set up for you. Are you going to pass it or are you going to fail it? Change your outlook. Change your outlook, because if you don't change what you see out in the near future, you can't change where you are right now. Why would you? If what you see in the future is doom and gloom, why would you even make any changes? You will continuously be in the low mindset vibration that you're at right now. And then also, I really, really want you to understand and to think about is that there's power in the pause. There is power in the pause. There is protection in the pause. Sometimes we just have to slow down. Sometimes we have been slowed down on purpose. Think about it like that. Sometimes we have been slowed down on purpose. It is a prevention mechanism. There is something out there that may be a trap or a downfall. And so you are where you are, so you will not fall into that. You will not be affected by it. So be thankful for the pause. Be thankful for that protection. Have you ever tried to leave the house and maybe your kids forgot something, so you had to double back to the house? Or maybe you left the house and had to double back because you left your phone. And then when you get back on the road again, there's this huge accident. There's protection in the pause. There is provision in the pause. You may not have gotten the job that you've applied for. That's protection. Yes, it's taking you longer. Yes, you are struggling. It will get better. But that right there, what you did not get, is not what you wanted. It may have looked good on the outside, but it wasn't good for you. Be thankful in the pause. Be thankful for the protection. And know that it is what it is until we all change it. I am your host, Kim the SME. It was a blessing and an honor to be here again in front of you today. And again, it is what it is until we change it. I'm making my changes. I hope you are as well. Be blessed.